what's up, everybody? What's going on, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Welcome to episode 46. So, by popular demand, I got everybody from last week back. So, first, let me welcome to the show, Miss Controversial Miss D. What's up, Miss D? What's going on with you?
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back, Mama. All right, next, we're going to bring in Nate the Great. What's up, bro? How you feeling?
What's good, man?
You ready for it?
I'm good.
All right, last, let's welcome the first lady to the Bearded Man
Woo
Chronicles. What's up, Shay? What's up?
I'm
What's up?
ready. I'm
You sure
ready.
you ready? What's up, everybody in the comments? Listen, guys, if you on Facebook, please do us a favor and share this live, please. If you on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, most importantly, subscribe. And yeah, we appreciate that. What's up, Dance? What's going on, man? So listen,
you.
as you guys know, I like to kick off the show with an icebreaker. You guys don't know what I'm about to ask you guys, right? Y'all don't have to be nervous. So the question I'm gonna ask: what is the one skill you wish you have inherited? It can be any type of skill. It can be a cooking skill. It can be any kind of skill. What is that one skill you wish that you have inherited? You wish you inherited.
Hmm.
I'll start first. I wish I had being a mechanic or knowing something about cars. I don't know shit about cars. I mean I can't tell you. I remember this young lady had a she had a her battery went out, and she was like, "Sir, can you give me a jump?" I'm like, "Ma'am, my car don't have a battery because my battery is not in the front; it's in the back." I didn't know. I mean, with newer cars, I didn't know. I'm thinking that the car didn't have a battery. She said, "Sir, your car have a battery. It's in the back." I said, "In the back where?" She lift up the top of the extra spare tire is, and it's sitting under there. I'm like, "Damn, I never knew that the battery was there." And she's like, "You don't know nothing about cars, do you?" I said, "Nope. All I do is put the car in drive and reverse." So I wish I had inherited, that skill of knowing what to do about a car. Who next? Who want to go? Who want to go?
Where Miss D at?
Miss D, she's on there. She's working, but she's on.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here. I'm just
Okay.
working, so my camera muted and my
Okay.
mic muted, but I'm here. I don't
Okay.
know a skill that I wish I would have inherited because I'm pretty skillful. I can teach a child. I can braid their hair. I can make you some peach cobbler, banana pudding. I can cook
Oh,
you a meal. I
oh,
mean,
oh,
I don't even know.
so she gifted, y'all. She's
Yeah, I'm
she's
very
gifted.
gifted.
Okay, so Miss D says she don't know what skill she can inherit. She got it all.
I ain't gonna say I got it all, but I got a list of something I'm working with over here.
Right. Okay. What about you, Shay? What skill you wish you have
I don't want
inherited?
nobody to judge me, but I really don't even care. I wish I could dance like a stripper. I am so jealous of strippers.
They got classes for that.
Nah, I tried, baby. I don't have the coordination. I wanted the ability to be able to hold myself up on the pole and walk around in the air. That's the skill I want.
Now that's a skill, Shay. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that
I'm
might
just
be a
saying,
skill right there,
like
Shay. You ain't
that
mistaken.
right there is like,
Yeah.
I could the other stuff I can learn. I can, but
She
that
got,
right there, that's a skill.
those strippers get the $5 bills instead of the $1 bills.
I don't know because some of them be paid. Okay, so that's one of the skills that I wish if I could have inherited from anybody, I would have wanted to be able to walk in air on a pole and dance like a stripper.
Okay. What about you, Nate? What's the one skill you wish you inherited?
Man, I'm a huge car guy. Huge car guy. I got a few in my fleet. I think mine would be more towards working with my hands more instead of using my brain to do things.
Okay.
Because that's what's killing society right now. The people who's working with their hands and doing the kind of skill trade as I do, but more hands on and like give me this diagram, let me put this together, kind of sort of thing. So
Yeah, I'm not good with putting stuff together. I normally try to buy the floor model.
I hire somebody quick. Hey man, I get
Right.
50. I ain't my shit.
So listen, y'all. This is episode 46. We was talking about open relationships versus the monogamous relationships, and we got a lot of great feedback from last week's show. So I thought it would be beneficial if we close this out with a part two, unless we're gonna go part three, part four. We'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see. All right. So we talked about a plethora of things last week, but one of the questions that I wanted to ask you guys, and I need y'all honesty. If you guys were in a relationship, if you had a chance to cheat and your partner didn't know that you were cheating, would you do it?
That's a hard question
How's that a hard question?
because it depends on who you telling me I can cheat with.
So it's
Okay.
like a
You
fantasy.
know what I'm
If it's
saying? Like,
if it okay, the person that you cheat with is somebody that would be your type. What you deem your type, that person would be.
are you talking about now or in the old
Now,
life?
no, now.
If I was given an opportunity to cheat right now and not get caught, would I do it?
Yep. And now and yeah.
I, I don't think I would.
Okay.
Just because I love who I'm with. I
Okay.
mean, you catch me on a bad day, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You catch me on that day where I'm, like rough riding. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, maybe I don't know. But today, right now, at 8:43 p.m. on March the 15th, no, I wouldn't do
Okay.
it.
Gotcha. What about you, Miss D? If you had the chance to cheat and you didn't get caught, would you do it?
I wouldn't do it right now, not with the person I'm with, because I truly care about him and want to be with him.
Okay.
And he's already been hurt and cheated on before, so why would I want to bring that same pain amongst him again?
Okay.
So no.
Oh, okay. Look, Miss D had a she turned the leaf from the last show. She didn't got saved and everything. She gave
Yeah.
I'm messing with you. What about you, Dave? Would you do it?
No, man.
Okay.
And the simple reason is because as we talked about last week, it's hard to find a good person to be with and a good person to date. So why mess that up over temporary half an hour worth of fling? It just ain't worth it to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't you the one last week that said you still was in your player mode? And you had a whole bunch of
No, no. What
like.
I said was,
Come on
what I
now,
said,
You
Miss
the
J.
flag.
where
What
the
I
Bible
said
at? Put
was,
your hand out on it. Come on.
what I said was, what I said was, I used to be a player, and I still got a little bit of player left to me. That doesn't mean I'm gonna act on it.
I get that.
No,
I
I
get that
wouldn't.
too.
Honestly, on my right hand, no, I wouldn't.
Mm.
This ain't
Now,
working.
I
You
get
know,
that.
when you got somebody and they got all of your pieces that you think you may want, and that person compliments you in other different ways, what are
Hmm.
you out here searching for? A quick piece? I mean, I'm sorry. No.
But then take that I'm just a player. I crush a lot off of your
I didn't say that. I
resume.
didn't
Off
say
your
that.
Okay.
resume.
When I say take that off, that you know how you have a resume and the job is so old that it don't even matter no more. That job is old. Take it off, okay? It's making your resume look messy, okay?
I think for me, if I had the chance to do it, most definitely no, because for me, I'm a creature of habit. And I know if I did it one time and I liked it, I'm gonna keep on. And I don't believe I would most definitely wouldn't want to hurt nobody because I don't want to hurt, I don't want to be hurt. So but I've never been a cheater. So to me, um, I yeah, that would be an easy thing for me. I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna be tempted because we all have temptation. Hey, how you doing, T Pat?
Is that
And
the
that's
real
another.
Auntie Pat?
Hi, yeah, that's Des. What's
Hey,
going
Auntie
on?
Pat.
She ain't got an auntie Pat too.
We gotta
um,
tell you about that joke later.
so yeah, so I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I was looking at Wendy Williams' husband today, and I was talking to you earlier about how he lost the court case with Wendy, and he was on there like really going like crazy about him not getting alimony from her. And it was so many people that unfortunately really felt like he should have gotten it, and then here I am with all of the people behind me that believe that he shouldn't have gotten it. And he's getting exactly what he should get, nothing. And it's crazy to me how people can cheat and defile the marriage and then still think that they are entitled to stuff. It's so unbelievable. So unbelievable.
So okay, so let me ask you this, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate. is that should that be something separate from,
No,
because they've been like, married for years,
no,
and even though that, because I honestly think that Wendy knew he was cheating. I
she
just think
did.
so. Okay, so listen. So if she knew he was cheating, when it came time, so the only thing that really hurt her was the fact that he had a baby on her. So because she knew he was cheating, could it have been? Should he still inherit what was for him? Because I just think I don't know. I think maybe he possibly should have inherited something because she knew he was cheating. What, like she was just like not in the loop about that.
So, do you know how many people know that the person that they're with is cheating, but you still love that person? Love doesn't work like that. To that you automatically fall out of love with them. That's not how love works.
No, of
I mean,
course.
obviously, if love worked that way, then there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't be hurt and they wouldn't be in fucked up situations. So I don't think he's entitled just because she knew he was cheating. I think he's not in. Now, it depends. If we build something together, then
Hmm.
naturally, yes. So, but if it's something that I already had and you kind of came into the situation and kind of benefited from what I had already established, then that's a totally different story too. In his situation, it's a catch 22. Some of it was already here, some of it was inherited with them together. My only thing is that you like really feel like you should be getting money to take care of a whole nother family. And it's
You
just
know,
crazy to
I
me.
think honestly, I think over the last 5 years, he should get a certain percentage of her. And I only say this because they was married, right?
Hmm.
And we don't know what that woman put him through. I mean, she went through her phases where she was spazzing out too, doing crazy shit. So I ain't saying he's innocent. I'm not saying she innocent, but whoever brought the most to the table should not leave that person homeless. That's all I'm saying.
But oh, wait. Giving him some money, I get
Hmm.
it. He ain't disabled. He not slow. He not retarded. He a grown ass man.
I
Why would
agree.
you want to sit up and have your ex-wife take care of you and your new girlfriend?
He's
That
doing it
that's
to get back
beneath.
at her because she's divorcing him.
But
Yeah.
then,
Hmm.
but she. Wait a minute. So you feel like he getting back at her because she divorcing him, but he was cheating on her and defiling the marriage.
Yeah. So
Make it
this is
make sense.
yeah. So this is what I believe. I believe he was doing it so long, and Wendy knew what he was doing, right? And she threw a monkey wrench in the plan because she told him, and she said that, and so she didn't so many words that she told him one thing that she cannot accept if you had a baby. If she said if he had a baby on her, so I think because he's been doing it so long, it was just a second nature. You know what I mean? It's
Because
second
he
nature
was
to him.
disrespectful,
It,
and
but it was,
he
but
got
she allowed,
cocky.
but so she allowed it, and so
No,
what
he got
happened was
cocky.
he threw a alley, she threw an alley wrench in and a monkey wrench in his whole plan when she divorced him, and so he probably was thinking like, "Damn, babe, I've been doing these all these years, and now you still because they was great business partners. They were great business partners, but I think the other part of their marriage, they just fell out of love, or they was not,
I think
you
it
know,
ran its course.
huh?
It ran its course.
I
Yeah,
think that if we was to go through this, if you was married and you would go through it, if you was married and you went through it, if all of us was married to pay another person that cheated on us and defiled our marriage, I know for sure we wouldn't be saying, "Hey, you know what? Hey, man, you know what? I know you hurt me and you cheated on me, but I'm gonna give you half my money." I know for a fact you wouldn't. So,
But I also would
yeah,
say this though.
exactly,
I also would
exactly.
say this though. I would say that as a man, for him to make a big claim and talking about I need your money, I can't live without you, man. You a man, get off your ass. I don't give a
yeah,
fuck who you is.
yeah, for sure.
And at the end of the day, when you take it to court, you cheated on her and had a kid, so the judge is not going to find you like, oh, we got to give him some what do you call it, alimony payments.
Alimony. Yep, alimony. Hmm.
Well, like Kimberly said, she said, "Why should she suffer twice?" Exactly. He wants her to take care of him and his mistress and her child. That's hers. That was her husband. She took the vows and may have wanted to keep them no matter what. He needs to get a damn job. Exactly. I filled it in for you, Kim. Okay. But at the end of the day, again, as she said, he should have saved some damn money, but
Okay.
he did not save it because he was out tricking with this little vegan chick that's a cook.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me ask you this: is it a such thing that why do you think people are married for or I ain't gonna say married are in relationships for such a long time and just fall out of love? Do you think relationships are more intimate now? Okay, that's a two-part question. Do you think relationships are more intimate now or more business? I think relationships nowadays are a little more business than intimate.
It depends on where you. Okay, so like, what do you mean by business? Man, we talking on some business stuff, or we coming up relation as a business? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Talk as getting. You can talk on a business level, like, what do you got going on? What I got going on? What can we add value to each other?
Okay. What's up, Christy? How you doing? Auntie Pat said it's it's more business. I have to agree. I have to 100% agree. Because I think the business piece of it is something I can't teach you. I think anything outside of that we can work on, it can be taught. But if you're just a bad business partner, when I say business, I mean that includes bills and accounts and saving. That's the financial part aspect of it. If you just a bad person that's horrible with finances, I wouldn't be able to do that. But
So,
if you amazing in finances and not so good in other areas, I'll be more prone to work with you.
so it's kind of like one of those questions, like when a woman meet a man, right?
Hmm.
First thing she asks him is like two things: you got a job and how many kids you got, right? I'm kind of like, hey, how many kids you got and what's your FICO score?
So you asked ladies that you asked them, wait, how many kids? You
How
asked
many
them, how,
kids you have? Like, what's your credit score looking like? Are
damn.
you are
Miss
you in
D, come
debt?
on in here and get with him. You better
Are
get
you?
with Nate. Come on.
No, let me
'Cause
see. Hold on, check it out. Right.
come on, get him, Miss D.
Hey, mom, how you doing? So,
I knew it was
Nate,
somebody. Let
but
me
I'm
explain.
but I'm
Let me
not
explain.
mad at him that he asked women that because if women can ask us all of these questions, why can't we ask the same questions?
Look, and
They
most
want to
women, when
know
you get
if
to
you have
the
any
stage, they
kids,
find
if
out.
you have any baby moms, how
Yeah.
much money you make, all of that stuff. So how?
Well, if you asking all of that, she better be asking you, pull your dangalang out. Let me see how long it is. You need to show me your FIFO
And those
score.
and those are type of and those are
Um,
type of chicks I
you
stay
need to
away from
show me
because all they think about is
your
getting dick
degree.
down.
You need to show me what you got, what you stacking with. I need to know all of that. You asking me all of my stuff. I ain't gotta ask you about all of that. I'm gonna ask you what I want to ask you. Your
No,
But
FIFO
my
uh-uh.
question,
score, your
my
degree,
question is,
your
what do my
money, all
credit?
that.
My question is, what do my credit score got to do with me? You trying to date me for me, not my damn credit score? What they got to
Yeah,
do with
that goes
me?
along with it.
Well,
That goes
Shit,
along with it. It
Nate
shows,
being
like he just
petty.
said, it shows a characteristic of how I
cause
will
my
move
credit
with you.
might be
Are you
fucked
gonna
up,
hold
but
on?
I might
Are
be
you
a
gonna
good
be a
ass,
dunk off?
genuine ass person.
Hold on. Are you gonna be a dunk off?
Shit.
Are you gonna be a dunk off, or are you gonna be somebody I'm gonna try to build with? If you can't pay your bills, I ain't building shit with you. But you get a dunk off.
Ah, Nate, you ain't asking that
No,
shit.
listen, but no, I listen.
Say Nate ain't
Listen. I'm about to
asking
I'm
that.
about to
Bring
have
your
Nate.
girlfriend on. Bring her in
Nuh-uh.
now.
No, listen,
Okay. I want to ask her. Did Nate
listen.
ask you when he first met you on the first day what your FIFO score was?
And
Because
she
I
But
got an
doubt it.
800
but
credit.
listen.
800 credit score.
But Michael. So Dr. Cole said credit matters.
Yeah, it does. Look, and the reason I
And
say
he
this is I'm not saying that to be arrogant.
That's
Let me
why
ask
it's
you a
big.
question,
That's why
Shay.
these relationship is business. Cause y'all read about a motherfucking credit score.
So let me ask
That's
you a
not a
question,
business
Shay.
part
Let
of
me
it
ask you a
right
question, Shay.
there.
Would you date a man who
so,
ain't got no bank account, who's got one is he get his paycheck on a fucking what's that shit you people do? Cash app card. He ain't paying no child
No,
support. His
seriously, all
credit score
jokes
fucked up.
aside,
You ain't
credit
fucking with that man, and you
credit
know that.
does matter. I was joking. I'm
I
so
know. I'm
serious.
just
Credit
saying.
does
Period.
matter. I was
no, Miss D, like forget that. She said love her
Hey,
for her. She
hey,
can cook.
hey.
She
I'm
can cook
over
some
here giving
collard
it all. Giving
greens.
all I got to Shay. I'm giving all I got to Shay and holding it all.
Hey, look, you ain't got no
huh?
choice. Listen, Shay gonna get your money before the bank get it. Even if
Anyway,
you got direct deposit, she gonna catch it in midair. It's
Hey,
going to her
I
let me tell
hands.
you
go
what, and I'm gonna
That's what
say
I'm
worried
this,
going
about
through
right?
that
your
credit score
wallet.
do.
Okay. I'm going through your wallet to get your social security
Hold on,
number
I'm
because
gonna
I'm
say this,
pulling your
right?
credit karma.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say this. This was really a turnoff. I can't speak on. I'm just talking about my experiences, right? So meet a chick, man. I need some lunch or something. Okay, you got Zelle. I don't do Cash App. To me, Cash App is for low. I just ain't my thing, right? So I rather you got PayPal or Zelle. These chicks up here want you to cash app them, cash app them, right?
Well,
Soon as you say
how
you do
old
set
are
up a cash
they?
app, you figure these chicks are getting cash out from 10 different men out here
But how old are they that's asking you to cash app them?
in their 30s and sometimes early 40s. I don't know if
Okay. I do believe that credit does matter for sure. I'm not going to say that I ask when I first meet you on the first day,
no, not the
but
first date, but
once I realize that I want to pursue something with you and we want to take this to the next level, I will softly and gently do a credit pool. And that credit pool is kind of like asking you different things, like
Wait,
what
hold
kind
on,
of
wait. So wait, if I'm not mistaken, I thought the credit bureaus was Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. I don't
And say,
remember. Listen,
and
I don't
say to
remember
the
it was Shay,
wait.
Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion.
Wait a minute. What I'm saying is my soft inquiry is like I want to see what kind of credit cards you have, you know what I'm saying? I want to see like where you live at, what kind of apartment you live or if you own your own house because it speaks volumes if you own your own home, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of obsoletes out some of the stuff.
Mhm.
Depending on what kind of car you got, how long you've had it, what your payment is. I can tell from what your payment is versus to what kind of car you got and what your APR was. So then that could kind of gauge what's going on. So I could kind of gauge all of that. I don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to, be like, what's your FIFO score? But I can ask what's your FIFO score indirectly by paying attention to your moves that you make. And I think that is important for sure.
so look,
Let's let's go to the comments real quick. Auntie Pat said, "Look at a certain age, all that sex stuff is meaningless," and I
exactly,
agree.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
it
agree.
is.
Dad said, "Well, I can't be with someone with a 400 to 500 credit score. I'm sorry, credit matters. It
Yep.
absolutely does." Michael, Dr. Cole said, "I would not marry a woman who is in debit. I
Debt.
guess
He
debt,
meant debt, debt. He meant
debt, and low and has a low credit score."
debt.
Wow. Okay. He said, "Hell to the no."
He probably told me no when I said I was gonna pull they
uh,
social security number out and pull it and
Kim said, "When do you ask that question though? In the beginning? Do you
yeah.
ask those questions in the beginning?"
So look,
No.
when you no, like to me, like before you go on a date, you got to meet this person. You got texting and chatting, right? So like, if this person live in a house, if they got kids. For me, a woman, if she got a house, she got kids. If she got a house, okay, damn, she divorced, she got a mortgage payment, so okay,
Right.
she got a little bit more to sustain, right? So if you meet a chick
Mhm.
who got one kid, some kids in daycare, she lives in an apartment. She's struggling because she complained about it in the first time y'all talk anyway. How most of these chicks do anyway.
Yep. I agree.
Hey, hey,
Trying to
hey,
get it
Oh
pipe
down.
wait, wait.
down, Nate.
Nope, they do. Nope, they do. It's a setup.
Yeah.
They listen a lot. I'm telling you.
Is this cat gonna be able to help me if I give her
Yep,
a hard time? So
they
I'm
do.
digging, I'm giving the snooch.
Listen,
Shit.
guys do the
It's a
same
real
thing. I remember my niece was telling me some guy
Right.
asked her to pay for his studio time. People do that. They ask certain questions to see if they can mooch off you. People do that. I think women and men do that. But a lot
Okay,
of
I
women
can
for
agree with that,
security.
but Nate be coming for the girls all the time. Nate,
No,
we
but
gonna fight
but
right
listen,
after
no,
this
but
show.
but if that's what his experience, because women, I think, and not all women. So let me make that clear.
not
Not
all.
all women, because you have. So for me, I know more successful women than I do successful men.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So women are winning.
I do too.
Hats off to women. Women are amazing.
Right.
But I do know when women see a well put together man who's taking care of his business, no kids and all that, they do kind of put like if you're talking to a young lady, they'll say, "Hey, you talk to them, great conversation." Then they'll be like, they'll come up with some story to see if you help them. And guess what? If you help them the first time, it's gonna be even bigger the second time. And I'm sure it's like that with dudes. You got dudes to
Mm-hmm.
smoochers. They prey on women because I got dudes in my family that prey on women, and somehow the women allow it. But again, nobody can, men or women can't do anything that you don't allow them to do. What's up, Jay? What's going on? Um, and like Dr. Cole said, he said that goes both ways. Most definitely. He
But
said there are users.
mhm. But he also said that I said that a person can have a house, but even if people struggle, that's the thing. Like I don't know why people think that people can't struggle in life and still
Yeah.
be okay.
There's
Like
nothing wrong
shit
with struggling.
happens. Because somebody's struggling and they own their own house, don't mean that I'm not gonna talk to them because they struggling.
Right. But
You
this the
could
thing
very
though.
well be a millionaire today and be broke in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or lose
There's
your
a difference
house.
though.
So I'm not going to necessarily say if you own a house that and you're struggling with it, then that's a problem because things could
No.
have happened to put you in that situation.
But
Go
So
see,
ahead.
there's nothing wrong with struggling. That's the thing. If you're in a house and you're struggling, and I put this in a percent, I don't mean to call out single women, but a lot of single women don't get no help from the people, the person that they lay down with and had these kids with, right? So they're doing the best they can. So struggling is different from being in a starting off a relationship, trying to see what somebody else's pockets are doing, see how you get into them. You find out if a person's struggling when you start dating them later on.
and I sometimes some people don't necessarily be telling you stuff going on in their life for you to help them. Sometimes people
Right.
just be venting because they don't have nobody else to talk to. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, they met you, y'all talking, and they just kind of going through their life and telling you. It's not always that window of I need you to deposit money in my life. Sometimes people just need a deposit of a encouraging word saying that you know what, I've been there too. I'm doing good now, but guess what? This is where I came from before. It's not
Mhm.
always somebody looking for a damn handout. And I think black women get it so hard when we are chasing our dreams, we over ambitious. When we want a good man who's well taken care of or well he could provide for me and he's educated, I'm a gold digger. A white woman wants a man who's the same way. She's ambitious. A white woman's chasing her dreams, then you know what? She's on the road to success. We get it so hard that it's almost impossible for us to win. Either way it go, whether we doing good or whether we asking for help, it's always a catch 22 with us.
So Shay, can I say something?
Yeah,
I date both,
you date both or what?
both black women and white women,
Okay.
and you kind of got a point to a little bit of it, but like I find it, and this a whole nother, this a whole nother episode.
No, let's talk about it though.
But most white women I've been out with, like it's been totally different from some of the black women because I can go pay. Oh no, let me get half of it. No, most black women I go out with don't offer to pay, no matter what status they on. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
But you
And
have
it's
to
just
look at
it's
it.
just a whole different vibe.
We totally different people. We totally different people.
Just
Most
and
of
I'm
us
not
was
comparing.
brought
I'm not
up
comparing.
totally different ways.
But he's
You
Right.
not
gotta
comparing. But he. So let him finish this. I
go
know
ahead.
because
I'm not
she's an
comparing.
advocate for black women.
Listen,
No,
when I say
this the thing. Look, look. My mom was black. My sister's black. I got open minded, so I started dating Caucasian women, and I have some of the best times of my life. But I
Hmm.
also dated some real queens,
Hmm.
real queens. Like I'm talking about pharmacists and shit. I mean, top notch tier queens.
So
so
let me
what
So
was
ask
what
you
I'm
your
this.
saying
point of
is,
saying what you said? What was your point of saying what you said? When you
what I'm
said
saying
that
is,
white women pay and black women don't. Go back
no.
to
So
that.
what you was going with this saying that you guys have to put yourself more on the pedestal as being black and it's harder for you. I disagree. It's all in the attitude. Because I know some white girls out there that got attitudes just like black chicks who get the same kind of treatment as some of the black women do because of their
Never.
attitudes.
Never.
Shit. Shit.
So listen. So you mentioned you talked to a few pharmacists, some black queens. They didn't offer to pay when you went out.
Yeah, I'm saying yes. They black queens. Like they got their shit together. I may pay for one time, they pay for the next. Ain't no question, right? All I'm saying is I don't I'm not a black woman, so I can't say that, but I just know some white women who got messed up attitudes who get treated the same way. And I think a lot of it is an attitude thing.
You think so? You think more black women have more of a feisty attitude than other women,
Yeah.
ethnicity of women?
And
Okay.
some people would say same thing about black men.
So
Oh, they
is it
aggressive.
so okay. So is that to be is it because that's the way they were
He can't speak on black women because he ain't a black woman. So he can't speak on why black
Speaking
women
by
don't
experiences
pay
with me.
or why they do pay. Because it's that's like me trying to speak on black men saying that black men don't have it as hard as black women. I can't. Why? Because I'm not a black man. I can only give you my opinion of what I can say. Now, as far as black women go, I think it's a lot that ties into why we're overly ambitious. why sometimes we won't pay. There
Mhm.
are very educated, black, intelligent women that will pay your bill and your rent and still be okay. But it's also different levels because of the things that we personally have to go through on a daily basis. And that's a whole nother subject. Like I said, you said for a whole nother day. But I think that we get the short end of the stick when it comes to certain things and when we're dating men and all of the things that we have to deal with when it comes to dating African American men. It is extremely difficult for a lot of my friends to find healthy black men. And I'm not speaking physically, but I'm talking about mentally, socially, spiritually, and financially. Most of the women that I know that are successful outweigh their husbands 10 times in finances and education. And I'm talking about very educated women, very educated.
So Kim says something. She said something very profound. She said, "Men who are down want us to help them build an empire, and we do, and then be the same ones to turn around and say black women ain't worth nothing."
Kim, girl, we gonna exchange numbers after the show. Okay, that's my sister.
Donovan
Okay.
says she is speaking. Dr. Cole said, "Yes, we all struggle at times." He also said black women also pay, but many of them don't. It is
No, I
true.
think he was talking about something. I think he was talking about something else. I don't know.
It's the
Yeah.
way one is raised,
Yes.
and so okay. So Kim said a guy that I know does not want any woman paying for anything for him. He takes pride in being a provider. So I say each person is different. We can base a whole race gender off an experience.
Yes.
So my thing is the women that Nate dated, they hurted him, right? He was hurt.
Okay.
I can say that that he was hurt by them. And guess what? When you hurt by someone and a particular person, it does sway your thinking and your perspective of them. It does. And so if you dated a certain so I get why he say that, but that's why,
Why you say what?
hmm?
Tell
I
me
mean
why you say what?
his experience and not all because I know black women are perpetuated to be aggressive, rambunctious, loud, and stuff. But hey, if that's his experience, but some of that, I think, and this we getting off topic, but I think a lot of times women are set up to be, they can be too independent, right? And I think what happens in that case, it's just them.
Wait. You said that black women can be set up to be too independent?
They are set. When I say set up, mean that that's how the world set them up.
Okay.
And we talked about this. It's dividing the black family.
Hmm.
So black women are aggressive because guess what? They wear many hats. They
Hmm.
have to be the father. They have to be the mother. They have to be the provider. And I
Hmm.
get that. But I think sometimes when they meet a certain type of man, they don't know how to let that release that, right?
Wait, before you go. So I was listening to this pastor and this bishop. He talked about when a woman finds a husband, she knows it. And when a husband finds a wife, he know it.
Hmm.
And how a woman knows that she found her husband he named off all these things. But one of the things that he named off was he brings her peace.
Hmm.
Um, he doesn't mind spending his money on her because he wants to spend it on her. He wants to lavish her with gifts. He wants to care for her, and it's not a struggle. He's not gonna go into it, as they would with a double dutch. He goes into it and he's jumping. So those are the things when a man finds a wife or when a wife finds a husband, she's at peace. I feel like we miss that boat somehow. We miss it and we be looking for all this other stuff that at the end of the day When you find your husband or when you find your person, you will know it, and you won't have to worry about if they bring in a credit score of 1 million or if they know how to cook, because at the end of the day, you will know it, you will feel it, and it'll be there. And
Hmm.
I think that as women, period, whether you black or white, but I just feel I only can speak for me, and I know being in the industry that I'm in, I have had to wear so many hats, and I've had to go through so much, and I know it's strictly because I was a black woman. It had nothing else to do with it, and we have to carry so much weight on us.
Okay, so I think we kind of like getting shift off. Great perspective on both ends, and we'll pick that up on another show. But I get it's everybody have their own perspective of their own perspective of their experience, and sometimes people can't see past their experience. You know what I mean? Now, granted, maybe a woman like Kim can change his mind. A woman like you can change his mind. A woman like Christy can change his mind and thought of a black woman. But sometimes, I think also too, as individuals, we have to ask ourselves, why are we attracting certain type of people? I even ask my cousins and stuff and nieces and whoever, like if they say a man did them wrong and this, I'm like, why do you think you're attracting these type of men? You know what I mean? Why is that? Sometimes we have to look within ourselves and see, okay, well, why am I attracting these type of people? My question is, do you believe does women trap men more than women trap men? And in a relationship,
That's who?
does women trap men more than men trap women?
Okay. Who's T? Somebody named T came on. Who's T?
I think T is Miss D. Miss D, you there?
No,
I,
Miss D
I,
is Miss
I'm
D.
here.
Who is T?
I think that's. I'm not sure. I thought that was Miss D.
No, I don't know who T is. Somebody else is on here. Who is this?
I don't know.
Oh, that's weird. Somebody else was on here. That
Oh,
was
so
weird.
Miss D, what's your perspective on all of this? As far as trapping, do you believe that women trap men more than men trap women?
I really believe
And
I
I've
don't
I've
try.
I've heard so many times how women trap men by and I don't know if my brother remembered this, but my older brother had always told me never take a condom from a woman because they poke holes in it. They take needles and poke holes in it, right?
I ain't got time to be tripping nobody.
So you ain't never
Mm-mm.
trapped a guy.
No, my child's father trapped me. He took my birth control and hid them from me. Like for real, on some real shit.
Okay, wait.
I ain't got time to be tripping nobody.
So
No, I
your
don't trust
baby,
my kids.
so your baby father trapped you, but you knew you wasn't
Absolutely.
taking the birth control though, right?
You're right. And I just,
You gave in.
yeah,
Hmm.
basically.
What's your perspective on it? Who you think trap who more? What you think, Nate? I got your
Man,
back, bro. I got your
no,
back.
no. I see both sides of it. I didn't see some of my boys and trap some women. I seen some of my boys get trapped. I think it's all about a weak mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of these, you got a lot of these, you got a lot of, and it's not talking about anybody. If anybody want to come after me, they can. But you got a lot of, you got a lot of men out here to go after weak women.
Terrell said women are trap queens. Dr.
Mhm.
Cole
But
said women for sure.
but I will say this. I think it depends on generations. I think it depends on ages because at my age, I ain't trying to trap nobody. If you want to get trapped, we can get
What's up,
trapped together.
Reg?
Forces you to do nothing. So I couldn't even call it. I just seen both.
Okay, you seen both. What's your perspective on it, Shay?
Mm,
Go ahead and say your sisters. Yeah,
I know.
say we lost in this. Let me hear you say we lost in this category.
We lost.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted you to skip right past me. I was gonna turn my camera.
Nope. How you beat nope? Tell us why y'all lost in this category. We want to hear about it.
Because I mean, Terrell took the words right out of my mouth. We trap queens, trap queens for life.
So let me ask you a question though. And what ways would you consider trap? I know one of them is by having a kid. What's the other one?
Uh,
Like mentally wearing them down?
I would probably say the one that I will pick that you really can't trap a man honestly mentally because
Wow.
when I say mentally, I'm saying like you can't make. I don't think you can make many men feel bad
Hmm.
about your situation because men are not emotional creatures like that. So if I'm crying and boohooing and begging and pleading, it typically he gonna be like, "Okay, girl," but I'm. So I think the only way you really can somewhat sort of trap a guy is through a kid. I don't think you can trap a man any other way. I just don't think he's mentally able to even tie himself to a woman that connected mentally.
And
But I
also,
love you. But I love you. Don't leave, Adrian.
No, most men ain't gonna do that. No.
wait. You got some brothers out there that's emotional. Now, a lot of
Yeah.
us
Very
is
few.
not. A lot of us is not in tune with our emotional side, but you got some that are. I think a woman can woo you in, especially if, say, if a brother didn't grow up with his mom, right? And a woman can be more nurturing and cook for you and be very submissive and all of that stuff. You woo him in, you trap him. Basically, you got him emotionally. Now, mentally, you can't. I don't think you can't trap a guy mentally, but you can trap a person emotionally. You could trap anybody emotionally if they haven't experienced certain things. You know what I mean? Even for a woman, if she's used to struggling and on her own, and you find a man and be like, "No, what, baby, I got this. Don't worry about this. I got this." You trap her because now she have a sense of security. You know what I mean? So I think it can be both ways, but I think women take this category. Women trap
We
brothers more.
do. Yeah.
We
Okay.
do.
Move on now.
Now look, see now what? Now listen, she want to move on because the
I
women
say
are,
keep
and like
going.
Terrell said, fake pregnancies, fake. They're coming out with
All
fake
right.
pregnancy
All
tests and
right. Not the
everything.
real beat. Okay. Chill out. It's okay.
Um, who is more prone to stay in a bad relationship, women or
Really.
men?
Women.
I'm
I
Women,
leaving the
believe
show.
women.
I'm out of
You said
here.
who? Women?
women.
But I disagree. I say the brothers.
No, I take that
But
back.
listen,
I got
I must
partners
let
that
me tell you why. Let no listen. I'm playing devil's advocate. Let me tell you why brothers are more prone to stay in a relationship. Most You can't find a lot of guys who on their own, right? Most women are independent, right? I'll give you that. Most women are independent, take care of their shit. But when it comes to men, most men haven't experienced most men have an experience on being on their own. If you notice, some men leaving one relationship, going to the other, they go into the other, they go into the other. So I think for me, I think most men would stay because, and I'm not saying all, because I'm independent. I've always been on my own, always had my own since I was 20, 19, 20. So, but how many guys and all of the guys that I know always stayed with women. Never had their own apartment. Never had their own home.
I don't know, KJ. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to say
that's not
women.
circle.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So tell me.
Mm-mm.
So give me your perspective.
Go
Them the
ahead,
kind of
Nate.
guys I don't want in my friends in my circle.
They said I disagree, KJ, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. They said I don't agree with that. Okay. So y'all tell me y'all perspective on that.
Now, I got a couple boys like you. They stay with women, and that's one thing my uncles and my father always told me: don't never pitter patter your head in a woman's place because that's not your place. As a man, you should always have your own.
I
You should
agree.
not depend on a woman for nothing, especially living in her house. You should
I
always
agree.
live your. But I disagree with you. I think women. I disagree with you a bit. I don't think it's men though. I think it's more women.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it
what's your
is.
perspective? So you said women.
Hmm.
Yep. Go ahead, Miss.
I believe women because we're more emotional than men. Like we get attached faster, we fall harder, we fall faster.
Mhm.
So of course we're gonna stay in something just because we're comfortable in that situation. And
Okay.
then if you bring in tie in kids, we're trying to stay for our kids to make it okay, for the kids to see a two-parent household.
Okay. I respect that. Dr. Cole, I dropped a link. Come on up here and give us a word. Cause Dr. Cole is also a pastor too. So hit the link and come on in. So do you think that well I can't answer that. That's a very biased question. Um what is the most important thing in monogamy to you guys? What is the one most important thing in monogamy? For me, I think it's at the end of the day, it's trust. I think you can say commitment, but it's trust because if you trust a person, then there's commitment, and if you trust a person, then you have their respect. I think for me, it's trust because I can't be with somebody I do not trust at all.
And I think in order to trust somebody, you got to respect them.
So so most definitely, I have to say trust. What you guys think?
Um, I would probably say respect. Somebody put respect on there.
Okay.
I think if once a person loses respect for you, trust and everything else goes out of the window. I definitely think that is respect, and I think equally as important is being likable. I think people want to be loved, but I think it's so important for the person that you're with to like you. Because if I don't like you, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to care. I don't want to do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? I can learn to love you, but as far as like somebody liking you, it
Mhm.
ain't no I can learn to like you. It's either I like you or I don't. So I want somebody to respect me, and I most definitely want them to like me. And in the midst of them respecting and liking me, they'll grow to love me.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I think what Shay just said
Terrell,
hit it right there.
and I
Shay
was
just
gonna
hit it
say
right.
Terrell said loyalty. Loyalty means a lot too.
Hmm.
Loyalty for
I
you.
think all that together.
Just
Means
think about what Shay just said, right? When you like somebody, like goes a long way.
Mhm.
Like goes a long way. And that she just touched on something. Just think about it. When you like somebody, you intrigued to know more about them. You want to
Mhm.
look to spend time with them, right? If you don't like a person, you like, you know. But when you like somebody, you learning about them, you eager to learn more, you want to spend time with them, and like goes a long way. That like turns into respect, that respect turns into trust, and that trust turns into loyalty, that loyalty turns into love, and then that turns into a
Mhm.
relation. So Shay, I respect that. I like that a lot.
We almost on the same page, mate.
and
Almost, almost. I
and
respect
and
that. I like
also too, um, you have to like somebody too because let's take the sex out of it. If your
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
relationship is derived off sex, it's gonna fail. What if a guy become incompetent? Or what if a woman can't have sex? Then what do you have? You're supposed to be able to have like the person, have fun with a person, enjoy the person. The sex is the extra like cherry on the top. You know what I mean? But if you going into a relationship derived off sex, you gonna lose. You gonna most definitely lose.
Well, that's what
So
it's going to. But that's how it's going to be at sex because you went into it with the wrong mindset.
for sure. Hold on, Dr. Cole, I'm about to drop the link now. I just
You
dropped the
dropped
link
it.
in the
Yeah, I just
comment.
told him to look up. I told him to look up in the comments.
It's
He
right
probably
there. I
didn't
just
see
dropped it
it.
again.
Hmm.
He said, "Now hold up, we need that cherry." That's if it's. I'm sure that cherry has already been bust. Um, they said, "Now wait."
Can he see? Did Mr.
uh,
Cole see it?
Dr. Cole, I dropped
Dr. Cole.
the link, so you probably just have to click on it and then
Oh, my
copy and paste it and then join in. Um,
arms.
why that? Okay, so this is another thing that annoys me. In a relationship, people always want to know the truth, right?
Mhm.
Whether they doing good, bad, or indifferent. But why is it that so many people ask for the truth and they can't handle the truth. Notice I didn't say women. I said people because I don't want y'all to think I'm generalizing women. Why is it that let me ask you guys before you answer that. Are you someone that can handle the truth if the truth is being presented to you? Be honest. I hear crickets. Can y'all handle the truth if it's presented to you?
I was just letting everybody else go.
Miss D, can you handle the truth?
It depends on what it is. I'm not gonna even lie. It just depends on what it is. Sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. I mean,
I,
I'm
I,
human.
I appreciate that honesty. What about you, Nate?
Yeah,
You can handle the truth?
I'm a realist.
Okay.
I'd rather be honest with me than shoot me some BS because you think I'm gonna make
Yeah.
me. So
Okay. What about you, Shay?
Yep. I could take honesty. However, it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt my feelings. But I could take honesty for sure.
Okay. I try not to ask certain questions because I don't want something that's going I can handle the truth, but it might sting. So I just don't ask questions that may sting. I just don't. Personally, I don't. Go ahead, Dr. Cole. What you gonna drop us with? Because I know you had a lot to say in these comments. What can
Heavy
you say?
conversation tonight.
I didn't hear you.
A heavy conversation.
It's very heavy. What can you leave us with? Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying some people can't handle the truth. And I think that's one of the biggest problems is that in a relationship, sometimes people won't tell the truth for the fact that they are afraid of hurting the other person, but you're not being truthful to yourself.
Mhm.
But
And
doesn't
so,
that become misleading or
no,
disingenuous? Because you're not.
it's not misleading. It's sometimes you don't want to tell the truth because sometimes you don't want an argument. Sometimes you don't want to hurt that individual. And, that's what we're thinking that we don't want to do. But by not saying something, because later on, what happens, it kind of boils over. Because when you kind of get a little bit overwhelmed, it causes you to lash out. So I've learned you have to learn how to speak the truth, even though it may hurt, but you got to be able to say it in a loving and kind way. If something is not working for you, so look, this is not working for me. Instead of keep going on and it can be to a point that I wouldn't say misleading, but you're not really being truthful to yourself
Mhm.
because you don't want to hurt that person that supposedly that you love. So you just kind of keep quiet,
mhm.
It's just like, you're tired of going to McDonald's. Take me to Burger King. I'm tired of McDonald's, or they want to go to the same restaurant every time, but you want to go someplace else. And so what you say, well, wherever you want to go, you really don't want to go there, but you're saying, okay, wherever you want to go. And then they pick a restaurant and you really don't want to go there, but you eat anyway,
Mhm.
you
Okay.
know?
Okay.
And that's just like sex, you just wanted the same way. Well, turn me up, flip me over, do whatever else you're gonna do, and let's have a good time. I'm tired of the missionary style. Let's do something different.
I know that's right,
I
Dr.
want to hang you.
Cole.
You want. I want to hang you from the ceiling, huh?
Right? Look,
So
just
let
if
me
you're a
ask you
freak,
guys this.
if you're a freak, and long as they're good with it, then you go with it. But if you're in
That's
one
what
of
I'm
those
talking
things
about.
that that you're just doing it satisfying, you're just there and you're not getting no satisfaction, and then what happens, that causes someone to go out and cheat because they're not getting what they want.
Well, but does that still make a person cheat because they're not getting what they want, or
Some
is they,
people
or is it just they're a cheater, but they masking?
some people are masking. I don't think every man or woman is a cheater, but it
Mm-hmm.
can get to a point in the bedroom when it becomes bored and you get someone that's paying attention to you and giving you those compliments or saying you look good, and then before you know it, you're looking at them, and then it's a hand touch and they touch you the right way, they rub your head the right way,
Yes,
and do all these
yes.
things to you
When I say
before
if I
you
had a
know it.
hanky, I would wipe your forehead because you pretty.
And
So listen.
what starts happening, they start catering to those things that are pushing those buttons for you. And sometimes people, and I talk to people quite often, they don't mean to cheat, but then they come and say, you know what, I wanted this, and she would only do this, and I wanted that. You know, not to the point to make her do something or that person do something that they don't want to do, but it's just boring, you know.
Right. So,
You
so
know,
let me ask you this: what's the worst type of cheating? Is it physical, mental, or emotional?
Ooh.
the
And,
one
and that's
that
a question for each and every last one of you guys. I'll let you go. Go, Dr. Cole. What's the most?
no, but the thing is that the cheating that hurts more is the physical going out doing it, because it can be mentally or something else that's where the action is definitely not taking place. Is that when you can be in a relationship and you're in the mix with someone and you're there with them, but you're thinking about that other person. They don't know that. But I
Mhm.
think the physical part is stepping out is the part that is should be forbidden.
So
Mm.
for me, it's the mental. I think the mental is worse. Why? Because as you said, one key thing you said, you can be with me, but you could be thinking about them, and so that person mentally has captivated your mind. You know
Mm.
that song, "Your body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town." Yeah, that part right there. I would rather for you cheat on me with somebody who you don't get two shits about, and I'm gonna be hurt, but I would rather for you to be like, look, it wasn't none. That was just that thing and it was over with. Will I be hurt? Absolutely. But if you're telling me I'm in love with another woman, I think about her all the time. I want to be with her. I desire, then that's a mental thing. And I don't want that. So just keep it physical and we cool.
Okay. What about you, Nate?
Not say emotional. Um,
Hmm.
if you're in a relationship and the person I've been cheated on, we talked about this last week, and she emotionally fell for this person, but she's also telling me every night that she fell for me. It kind of ties in with mental and emotional because it's the same. So, like, to me, it's emotional and mental because that person actually likes somebody, and after emotionally like that person, and after you, ain't nothing to come back from that. And that
Hmm.
I think that hurts more. That hurts. That hurts more than just somebody like just getting a booty rubbed or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with
Okay.
you, Nate.
Okay.
So I
What,
wish like it's emotional and mental are kind of the same.
okay. What about you, Miss D?
I'm with Shay and Nate on this one. It's mental and emotional. They right there. There's something you can't come back from. Versus if they just say, "Oh, I just fucked her just because."
Okay. All right. For me, it's physical. I don't care about the emotional. If my territory has been somebody been in my territory, it's a wrap for me. I don't care if it's mental, it's the physical. Because I get the mental, the emotional aspect of it, and the mental. Nah. You supposed to. Nobody's supposed to see your temple but me. And the fact that you allowed somebody to do that, it's a wrap for me. So it's the
No.
physical for it's 100% the physical for me. How important is sex in a relationship on a scale 1 to 10? One being the least and 10 being high.
10,
What
10, 10, 10
10 for you?
plus 10 plus 10.
Okay. What about you, Miss D? On a scale 1 to 10, how important is sex for you?
Who's echoing?
Sex is kind of up there for me. I've tried it without having sex in a relationship, and it worked out for a little while, but then I got bored.
Okay. So 6. Okay. What about you, Nate?
I'm gonna say about a 7,
Okay.
and I said 7 is because the other three you mentally entwined with that person. So the physical is a 7, and just it's about a 7. Depends on the week, but about 7.
You said a week.
It's important.
All right. Now, what about you, Shay? Oh, she said 10s across the board, right?
Bang, bang, bang.
Okay. I think
I'm
for
just saying, okay?
I think 1 to 10. I think
Kevin, I'm gonna
uh
hold his up too.
it's
Don't play. Do not.
I would say a 7.5.
Okay, I'm
No,
just
no,
being
I'm being
honest.
honest because listen, sex is important, but it's not important. I think so. A lot of people can give you good sex, but not a lot of people can give you intimacy. Give me intimacy more than sex.
Okay, okay,
Well, you
Shakespeare.
didn't say intimacy.
Okay,
You
when
didn't
I
say
say
intimacy.
okay,
He said
Shakespeare,
sex. He didn't say
You said
intimacy.
sex. You didn't say intimacy.
I
See,
said
because
he
But
over here with the
intimacy,
violin
okay,
and the
yeah.
wine and
but listen,
shit.
okay, but 7.5,
Okay,
8, sex.
He got
a
rose
9 and a
petals and
half,
chocolates.
a 9,
No,
Kevin.
no.
Just do it a solid 9 and be honest.
um,
Okay.
there's a Dr. Cole on Hush now. He had a lot to say in the comments. Come on, wisdom.
Oh no, it is. It's very important.
Moto says Shay said you better bring the box of Viagra.
Look, it's
All right, said
look. I
whatever.
don't. I don't care what no one says. Sex is very important in any relationship
Boom,
because if
shakalaka.
there is no intimacy, there is no sex. Then guess what? Only where there's no sex, you better be at least 100 years old, and men at 100 still want it.
Boom.
Mm.
All right, all
Come on,
right.
Abraham. Abraham was 100. Sarah was 90.
And they still making babies?
That's right. That's when Isaac came.
Oh,
I think people say it's not important until and granted, everybody ain't a 10 across the board.
mhm.
Right.
I actually think that, it's more important to have intimacy. You didn't ask that question, but I do enjoy the act of having, relations with the person that I'm with. I wouldn't say it was a 10, but it's definitely probably a 9.2.
I
And,
see
it's important, just like money, just like spiritual connection. It's all kind of like that thing where
Right.
it's a part of what makes the pie 100%. So I
Mhm.
think that it has its pieces, whether it's 60% or 80%. I think it's important, like Dr. Cole said, for sure.
Okay. So we 2 minutes after the hour, so this brings us to the end of the show. Wow, that hour went by so fast.
It did.
Um, so this brings us to the end of the show. So what do you want to leave the people with? You the guest, Dr. Cole. We're gonna let you take us away. What should we leave the people with?
We're gonna let you take us away.
Oh,
What should we leave the
okay.
people
Well,
with?
my thing is, I
Oh,
just
okay.
stumbled
Well,
on you
my
guys,
thing
but
is,
one thing
I
we always
just
have to remember
stumbled
is
on
that
you
our
guys.
black women are our queens. They have been around. They have held it together. They have stood the test of time. They have shown that they can maneuver and live in so many ways without a man around. They have been mom, they have been dad, they have been the soccer coach, they have been there. And also in the statement, as one young lady wrote, black women have been to the point that their men build empires, and we should never forget that.
Fires, and we should
But
never
also,
forget
we
that.
have to always
But
remember
also,
to
we have to always
love each
remember
other
to
and hold up each other. And that's how we make it. We don't make it alone, we make it with each other. And that's imperative that we understand that.
Nate, take us away.
love yourself so you can love other people.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Miss D, what you got for us?
Tonight I've been kind of quiet.
What you got to give us something? What you want to leave the people off
I
with?
know. I'm gonna lead the people with be true to yourself and be honest.
I like that.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that. What about you, Shay? What can you leave the people with?
I missed Mr. Dr. Cole, but I heard him saying something about Black Queen.
Black Queen.
My phone went out. I mean, my computer went out. But whatever he said, I double dip on that.
He could have said the Black Queens ain't nothing. You gonna do
No, I didn't say that, Shay. I
Looking
said the
replay?
at
black
Dr.
queens.
Cole, I know
We-
he didn't say that.
No, we
Yeah.
got to
Okay.
lift up the black queens. We got to keep them going. They have contributed a whole lot to us. Our black
See?
mothers, they made us. We got to keep
Oh,
pushing
right
them
here.
up.
Queen.
And of
Okay.
course, it's Women's Month. So we,
Is it?
we
It
lift up
sure
our
is.
black
Yeah.
queens.
Oh, is it Women One? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I listen. I take my hat off to Black women. I think Black women are amazing. They are strong, and yes, they can be a little aggressive,
See
but
that?
we have
Look,
to understand some of the things that they've been through. You know what I
strong.
mean? And I think as men, it's our job to kind of lighten up that load and show them something different than what they have experienced.
Mhm.
That's what it is. But I appreciate my panel. This was some great conversation, and I appreciate you guys. More importantly, I appreciate everyone in the comments. I thank you guys for tuning in with us at 8:30 p.m.
We
Eastern
do.
Time. Be sure to share this video if you want you Facebook. Be sure to share YouTube, like, share, most importantly, subscribe. And I appreciate everybody. And again, we love you guys, and we'll see you Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, we love you. And
Thank you
on
for
that
coming,
note,
Talented Television with Kim. That's our first night here.
yes, for sure. Most definitely. She has a great YouTube channel. Make sure you follow her. You see her name. Make sure you follow her at Talented Television. She have a lot of great artists and things on there. So make sure you guys go over there and check her channel out. And yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Cole, for coming in. Uh, um, you always bring that balance to the show, so we can always count on you. So we thank you. And yeah. All right, y'all.
Thanks for
We
having
out.
me.
Bye
Peace.
bye.